Hello everybody and welcome back to another reading. I was just really enjoying this song. It's like a mental massage. Okay. Something in the energy speaks of silence and the need of requirement of silence and during silence. I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I want to thank everybody who is watching, everybody who is engaging with my videos, who is gaining something from what I channel. Thank you for supporting my channel. What I channel. Thank you for supporting my channel. Repetition. I feel like I want to say, what's that word? Why is acronym coming up? Acronyms, synonyms. Language. Abbreviation. All right, so I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Instead of doing the weekly check-ins, I'm just gonna do it different today. Let's just keep it at that. There's something about not sharing your plans in detail to people. If you're telling people you're going on a trip, most likely you don't even feel like doing that. But if it comes up, it's like either last minute or you would be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go on a trip. Oh yeah, where? Oh, South Asia. Instead of being like, I'm gonna go to Thailand, you know, or Vietnam. So there's something important about that. Keeping the details from, oh yeah, exactly. Keeping yourself from oversharing details of your upcoming plans or manifestations or something that you're working on, because it's not for them to know. And yeah, I don't really want to go there because it feels like I don't want to dwell in negativity, but I did get like a very small dose of hidden enemy. And I mean, it's normal. Everybody got hidden enemies. But it's important to also know when you're being delusional about your enemies and when you're actually having enemies doing something to you. Like there's a thin line between reality and delusion. Very thin line, very thin line. So dear fairies, good folk, elemental spirits, gods and goddesses with good intentions, I hereby invoke you into this reading. Protect me and my watchers as we receive this information. Keep all unwanted energies and visitors out, and help us find the clarity, entertainment, or truth that we're seeking. Thank you. Yeah, hidden enemy. This was the energy. So there is something or somebody trying to attack you, because 15 is also a karmic number, but added up together, I don't know if you can see it, guys. Let me double check with the camera because I'm working with a new setup. Okay. Oop. Wait a minute. That was so funny, guys. I'm sorry. I was hanging out with Mary Jane earlier, so I completely forgot that my how do you call this thing? I don't even know the object, but my phone stand, my light stand, like a stative, like in Dutch it's called statief. But anyways, I completely forgot that I could make it taller and bigger, because of the Mary Jane. So this can also like connect. Yeah, it's giving like entertainment is here, but it's also giving, if you want to understand why people are, I feel like, trying to attack you, is because you can still thrive. You're not really bounded to substances in that sense that you need it like they do. It's weird because it's like the bee needs the pollen of the flower to make honey, so it's crucial for them, right? The fairy, I don't know why a fairy needs a flower to make a bed, to make clothes, so it's actually essential for both of them. But the one is well, actually it's both survival. But can bees live without making honey? That's actually probably a very stupid question, but what does my intuition tell me? Well, they can, but then something's wrong with the bee. But it's just that's like, no, it's a part of their nature. So, why am I hearing that intro of a song? The birds and the bees. Okay, get it together. There is this energy, the hidden enemy energy. I'm just gonna go deeper into that. Oh, that was really funny though. But I want to say where I want to go with the bee and the fairy. I feel like it's more so for the bee if they don't make honey. Well, actually it's both survival, because at first I wanted to say the bee can survive without making honey and still live, but the fairies, they need the flower to do other stuff with it. It's like also more of a survival mode, right? But I already debunked it because it's incorrect, because it's both survival if I am going with the story that I intuitively feel I'm reading. So that feels very trippy. Something really happened. I just saw something or somebody trying to shift into another person's body, like morph their consciousness or their essence into somebody else's peripheral vision, or, oh, that's weird. Like looking through somebody else's eyes. Somebody is trying to live your life through you. Oh, I don't like this energy. I don't like this energy. What do you have to say about it? And then I'm going to skip it because I don't like that. Yeah, they're trying to learn something about you. This is not what I want to do with the reading, but I'm still going to go through with it because I'm just going to follow the flow of this reading, because they know what I want to channel and how I want to work it out. So let's just see where it goes. They want to learn something from you. And what I also want to say is 15 adds up to 6. 6 is the number of unconditional love, and is also divided through like 2 or 3, like divided by 3, and that's mind, body, soul. So this is somebody who sees that you don't get negatively affected or impacted by, for an example, substances that you use or bad habits that you have. It's something that you can thrive through, and that means that your connection or your relation to those substances, because I'm still connecting it to the Mary Jane story that I spoke about just now, the reason why they then envy you is because they try and want to learn maybe as well, how do you thrive through these situations, or how do you keep up with a certain pace of life, or a certain mindset, or a certain heart space, you know, where do you keep yourself vibrated in, and what kind of level of energy that you can overcome certain challenges, or can still continue to give into karmic situations, because actually a substance abuse or substances or bad habits, that's karmic vibrations. How are you able to still thrive while in connection with karmic connections? Wow. So there's also repetition. So this is somebody who's also a copycat. Somebody also wants to be like you or try to be like you. And that's why it's very important you don't speak into detail about your plans or what you're going to do or expecting, because they will confirmatively, that's the word they're using, they will confirmatively, how do you say that? Copy you into doing the same thing. Wow, I had to close my eyes for that. So that means that somebody really doesn't want you to see the truth and they also don't want you to meditate, because if you close your eyes, you can see what's really happening and who this person is. That's what I'm getting. And now the energy of morphing into somebody's consciousness happening again. So it's very interesting. Like, it's like I'm looking at a body or a vessel that is just living their life. Oh, I'm hearing vicariously again. That's living their life, and then another person wants to know every little detail of what you're doing, have been doing. For an example, what did you eat? What did you put in your food? What kind of clothes are you wearing? What is the brand? What was the price? So what kind of laptop do you actually have? What's the brand of your laptop? What kind of, how do you say that? How do you say, what the fuck, storage do you have? You know, like, they want to know weird details. It's really funky, actually. They're guiding me to pull tarot on it. Oh my god. And then here's the number 16. So there's this, and 1 in this deck is the Undine. That's the Undine baby. So that's intuition. So this is somebody who wants to attack you on your intuition, because they see that it vibrates very high and they don't like it. You see, and this is the card that always speaks about thievery and thinking that you're getting away with being mischievous and stealing from other people or place around you. Look how like lost he is. I always look at this card like, you're messy. You're so messy. This person's energy is messy. Their hair could look messy. They could wear glasses, but not even for actual reasons, right? It's just for fun. Like, this is somebody who tries to keep up with a certain level or energy. Like, I feel like it's so weird, because I can't put my tongue on the words or the letters of what they want exactly, because they're so greedy. It's like a funky cloud, and that cloud is just full of dots of speculations and dreams and desires, and that person doesn't know how to reach any of them, so it just grows and grows and grows, and it just fills up their brain until it explodes. Like, they are also very messy in their mind. They're not organized. So this is somebody who could also have, like, I don't necessarily want to say like, no, let's just keep it at, yeah, okay, let's not go there. This is somebody who has trouble mentally organizing or compartmentalizing their thoughts. They're trying to, like, find reasons in their mind, or, how do I say this? What the fuck? I'm sorry, y'all. But this is the energy that they're in. Like, they don't know how to sit. They don't know how to formulate their words. They don't know how to speak what's on their mind. This is somebody who could stutter. This is somebody who could be very, like, socially, like, awkward and not that well spoken. It's, but the energy is really like, and this is also somebody who steals wisdom from other people. So for an example, they find a blog of a writer of hypothesis or hypothetical, I don't know, statement in 2017 about seahorses. Okay, this is very specific, but that's how I feel like I need to channel this. Suddenly you're talking about animals, and the topic slowly goes off onto marine animals, talking about, oh yeah, I really love dolphins, or I really like sharks, you know, that's always been my favorite animal. And then it's like, yeah, I also love seahorses. Do you know the spiritual meaning of a seahorse? And then this person's like, did you know that seahorses? And then they share that information that they found off that blog from that writer from 2017. And then they act like they figured that out, like they studied, or, oh, oh my god, I'm feeling that this person is triggered, so I'm definitely right. So this is somebody who then steals that information and that energy and then adapts it and then takes it, makes it their own, and then tries to make others believe that it's actually theirs, that they actually came up with it, that they studied on a certain topic, that they worked for a certain company or a department that rules the topic of what they are trying to preach to other people, right? So yeah, I'm feeling like very passionate, but also a little bit explosive. So this person is using other people's energy to, I feel like I want to say, yeah, because ew, you're nasty, go away. So it's like, ooh, bad juju, bad vibes. This is somebody who tries to find also out what your wisdom is, and then do that to behind your back to other people. So I'm tasting a salmon wrap. Okay, so like a tortilla wrap, and then with salmon, and I feel like cream cheese and lettuce. There's something dill. I'm tasting that. So they're trying to feed off of your knowledge, nurture themselves. And the fish, the salmon, also stands for spirituality. So, and with learning card here, now it makes sense. And this is 3, dividing it by 2. The 6 is the 2, and that's the 2 is harmony and balance. So they're trying to attack you, get you out of balance to the point where you're in this energy or space where you teach other people. They try to eat that energy for themselves by stealing that wisdom, because they know that you vibrate so high that if they use that wisdom to lift themselves up, they can still engage with these karmic energies and also keep up with a certain pace in life, to look a certain way, or to make people believe something about them that is probably unfit or untrue about their character. And wow, yeah, somebody could say that they're autistic while they're actually not. So this is also somebody who lies about mental diagnosis or energies, like things happening to them, to them, or things happening in the past. Just to, I feel like I want to say gain attention. They want to be sought after. They want people to ask them, oh, then, well, how do you experience that? You know, because I have a family member that has this. And of course they know, because they looked on your Facebook post where they saw that your family member with autism posted on National Autism Day a picture with happy shout out to all autistic kids, you know. Like, this is somebody who does that because they started digging, right? But they try to then use your wisdom and try to nurture their own spirit with it, like with the salmon. Okay, this is funky. Another card, yes or no? What you gotta come out? Oh no. So okay, we can balance it out. So they're trying to save themselves as well. And this is Helena with the wisdom, eternal wisdom, feminine energy, intuition is also karmic number. It's 14. They don't want you to see that they're coming, or they're. Oh, that's the truth. They don't want you to see that they're coming. They want you to fall flat on your ass, because if you see them coming, you won't have a safety net. That's what they believe or think. Clarify, is that true? No, that's definitely not true. Exactly. They think that then you're not protected or guided. So this is also somebody. Yes, thank you. This is somebody, if you know when you were a kid and you was outside with your brother or sister, this was like a bigger kid in a neighborhood who would bully you when you're by yourself. But when you're with your bro or your sis, they would avoid you and act like they don't see you. They would laugh at you or smirk, you know, and be like, I'll get you later. This is somebody like that. Because they think when there's no supervision around you, you will fall flat on your ace. So they're going to use the ace of something. We'll figure out what kind of ace. Because it can be ace of swords, so ace of cups, ace of wands, all that stuff. But this is also somebody who is doing that to kind of intimidate you. And I feel like there's something else. They want to just get away and trick you. With the 7 on the bottom, Saint Nicholas. He always reminds me of Saint Nicholas. So he doesn't want you to get surprises or presents. And he knows that when you're on a higher vibration, it sounds very superficial, yeah. But I feel like I want to say with presents and surprises, it's like new opportunities from the divine that you can only receive when you're at a certain level, right? Because this person is trying to like kind of catch you off guard, so you don't figure out that they're trying to attack you before it actually happens, so that your attack comes in harder. When it comes in harder, you will vibrate lower because you will fall lower, and when you're lower, then you were actually supposed to fall with your safety net. You cannot get these blessings. Ew, I'm gonna skip this energy because fuck them, honestly. Yeah, but I am gonna clarify the ace. I need a higher chair, I think. My arms. An ace of coins reversed. So they're gonna try and take an opportunity away by doing divination or glamour magic on you, glossing over your energy, making you feel like you're not, like you're impatient, like you don't have a higher say in the world around you. Because when you're an earth angel or when you're in temperance energy, you have a lot of responsibilities and you also have a lot of say in how things go in your area. And I want to say area because I feel like angels, everybody has a certain area that they protect, right? Just like demons, it's like their territory. So your territory here, Four of Wands, your own hometown, you are one of the people that has the most say of what happens in your hometown through your spiritual powers, right? This person wants you to glamour, is actually going to glamour you to affect your heart chakra. You can see his harness here, and you can see how his mind is flighty with the wings on the jeez Louise, what is this, on his armor. Thank you, literally thank you. Is somebody who wants to glamour you and send mental projections to make you feel like opportunity is not for you anymore, or something is not coming in, or something isn't worth investing in anymore or hoping on, because they're gonna falsely make you believe through mental projection. So it's gonna be an Ace of Swords. That's why I already said it, because I felt like an Ace of Swords. But they're gonna send you an Ace of Swords through glamour magic to make you feel like you're lesser than, and it's and who you actually are and what kind of influence you have in the world or in your own life, or how much you can achieve in your life, because it's a very general reading. So you need to take for yourself what this counts for as I'm explaining what I'm reading. So whatever or wherever you have this big say, you bring calm energy, you bring peace, you bring enlightenment, you bring compromises, you are a solutionable person, you bring peace, you bring tranquility, harmony, you understand how reality works and emotions, and you're in contact with both of them. You are not deluded, okay? You're not impatient, you're also not hasty, but this person is going to use very quick and hasty energy to... Wow, this person is going to make you feel through that hasty energy as if you are not who you are, okay? Because this is like, I feel like everybody watching me, you are Earth Angel, bro, or sis. Otherwise, this card wouldn't keep coming out in also collective readings. So it's like you're watching me, you're an Earth Angel. You have a very, your soul has, I want to say a certain mission, because every person and every soul has free will. You can decide, are you going to walk your destined path, or are you just gonna decide whatever you want to do? That's the free will, right? You can combine one and the two. I combine both. I follow my destined path mostly, but sometimes I can go down a little reroute or a little different path, because I also have free will and I understand the balance in life, that you also sometimes do not agree with what the higher powers have to say. And that's also because we are learning about our ego, right? The ego is also part of the free will. So you're learning to achieve certain things in your life by deciding your own path, deciding your own route. And I feel like I want to say that Earth Angels, they have the mission to bring this energy of tranquility, of wisdom, of teaching onto the planet. Whatever it is that you teach in, a hobby, a language, the thing is that your energy, the way that you do it, your plan, the structure behind your teachings or how you speak, your videos set up, it brings people peace. It helps people find calmness within. It can take a little while, because Temperance is also the card of balance and patience, I want to say. So balance is very important, because then they want to highlight that balance takes time. So there's this very strong energy that's coming back again, like from the beginning of the reading, of enduring silence, understanding silence, because they're saying in silence the seeds grow, okay? So I think it's going to be the title of this video. So okay, so I noted it because I always forget it, because later on in videos I always come up with other great titles that are amazing. But this person, they don't want you to be royalty and believe that of yourself. So they're gonna do that to make you feel like you don't have what you feel called to do in this life. If you, for example, feel like being bold or taking a very risky chance, they're gonna glamour you. Exactly, they're gonna glamour you so they can work with 3 other people, but they're gonna glamour you to the point where they control or try to affect all of your senses, your mind, your body, and your soul, keep you out of meditation, so you won't get the clarity, and they're trying to work against your projects, that what you need to fulfill, your plans, your ideas, everything you already have set out to achieve, right? And you're going to try and do that because they're going to try and reach your heart chakra through your crown chakra, okay? And they're going to affect your root chakra as well. I didn't do the chakra check-in yet, so I'm going to do that probably tonight on Instagram. Make sure to follow my Instagram too if you are interested. I do daily readings, but just only when you're interested, because I actually never like it when readers are like, follow me on Instagram, send a like to my video, hype me up. It's like, that means you're not channeling because you want to channel. You want to channel because you want YouTube visibility. And to me, I don't do fully half. Like, I can say that maybe 20% of all the videos I make. Okay, so my intention behind this video was something completely else. And we're gonna get to that. So Spirit wanted to point that out. That's why you felt called to be in silence, because there is an op watching you, okay? Now let's really get to it. What is the energy in the morning? What did we have in the morning? What was the energy we had in the afternoon? Energy in the morning. Tired. Spirit was like, you wanted to sleep, baby. You was tired, you was resting, you was rejuvenating. 17, also the same number as the star card. You were healing, okay, in the morning. And you were being checked up on. You were wanted outside of the door. There were things waiting for you today. They were calling you in, but you were protected. 33. Yeah. You didn't really feel like, in the morning, you didn't really feel like going out, being with people. I feel like I want to say being around people, because you always feel like your energy is being stolen. Yeah. Something with work. You didn't feel like seeing somebody because at work you feel like people always nag you off or have an opinion about you or trying to teach you something that's incorrect. And you're just like, man, whatever. Yeah, exactly. They're trying to attack your character, bro. But that's because they want you to say goodbye to your professionality. So they want you to lash out. Another fuck them. What do we have in the afternoon? Ooh, tea, gossip. Yes. So people were gossiping. Okay, yeah. People were gossiping. There was word going around. Lol, I heard word around town. 11, about a new beginning, a new project. There could be a discussion, teamwork, confessing something. Polka dots though. Like a little, yeah, good folk actually. It's like a little elf. A little elf dwarf. And then a fairy. Roots. And again, this is the attack card, 13. There was, in the afternoon, there was this energy of you picking up on something. You picked up on how a certain attack wasn't working, or how somebody was trying to do something to you purposefully. And you figured out what it is because you overheard either them talking, or I feel like I want to say the roots heard them talking and they sent them in waves to you, the information, the trees, you know, through the wind. Like the leaves, first the roots of the tree talk to the leaves up the top. The top of the leaves talk to the wind, and the wind carries it through with the birds, because the birds pick it up as well. And then as you roam through the streets or do your daily, I don't know, follow your daily navigation of life, or in the city, you heard the energy, the elemental spirits talk to you. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And then this is, yeah, the bats. Bats also stand for your intuition, seeing. It stands for telepathy. It stands for sleeping throughout the day. And then in the morning you had very sleepy and tired. So people could also have been talking smack about you because you woke up late, or you were late for work, or you didn't wake up early. There was something with sleeping in today that other people were like rambling about. Lol, I'm even hearing them say it. It could even be a family member that was just grumpy in the kitchen because they couldn't sleep further. And you did. Damn. People be messy, bro. Maybe projecting all of their energy onto us. It's crazy. On the bottom, wait, sorry, not on the bottom. Ending of the night. Oh, saying goodbye to something? Saying goodbye to a cycle. Finally letting go of something. You realized today that something was over. Completely over and done. It is something about an attack, honestly, again. About not... Ooh, you know how I feel with this card? Somebody like trying to trigger you, trying to make you lash out. Like you... Oh, Spirit is saying you stopped the temperament that led you to do that. Like there's an end coming to that temper that makes you lash out quickly, that makes you fall for these schemes or triggers from other people. Okay, interesting. There was some wisdom behind it. People were trying to mess with you. They were trying to see what other colors you were hiding. This could also be if you just went into the city, if you went outside, if you went out with friends. You could have catched up on some drama or gossip in the afternoon. You felt sad that you had to leave. Some of you had a chill day. Look how you're going from a bed in a room completely down to the ground and then walking away from like a cathedral, from a house. Going from inside completely out and far away. So you're leaving something. You're really letting go of something. And today could also have been an emotional day. You're emotionally leaving something behind. Something that was always triggering you. Or that would affect you negatively. Having you to always be on the lookout for something. Or when is somebody's next move or issue. Or, you know, when is the next thing that something's going to happen to me. Like you let go of this mindset, this perspective. You realize that you lost a lot of energy to it already. Interesting. Can you clarify with the morning card? What was the lesson that we learned? Repetition is needed. You have to learn to do something more often. Because if it don't, it will backfire on you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. So this is actually very interesting. For an example, this speaks about routine. Sleeping is a routine. It's the circadian rhythm. So it's being one with nature, being on time. So the elemental spirits are definitely telling you all these energies. So be aware when you're outside of your house, close to nature. What are your senses picking up on? Those are messages from elemental spirits and beings. Like plants, the soil, earth, trees, animals, wild animals, critters, all the energies, people's even pets, dogs, cats, everything you see, a frog, all of those energies, because everybody has a soul like that. Well, not everybody, but because I don't believe that everybody has a soul. But apart from that, that's for another time. Most of those beings all have a soul and a conscious, okay, and they do communicate with each other and with us and with these unseen forces, and these unseen forces are not visible to our physical eyes, but they are visible to our senses. They speak for our invisible eye, just so to say. And there is something needed. Repetition is needed, okay? A routine is needed because it's going to help you improve. It might be boring, it might be annoying, and you might be feeling like you're pushing against a dreaded energy, going against your own will. But the thing is that it's beautiful actually that we spoke about free will then in the beginning as well, with a temperance, because this is the lesson that you received about free will. Oh, this is very interesting because I had that today as well. It's like, you know, when you tell yourself you don't have time, well, you have to make time. And that's the same with I don't feel like doing something. You have to create the feeling of wanting to do something. You have to make the effort. You cannot just expect the effort to be there. And that comes, comes to show or comes to shove. There's a saying that just popped up. Anyway, sorry, because I feel like when I channel, I just want to get the message out. I don't want to be sidetracked the whole time, you know? this repetition is important because it's only helping you evolve, and it's only gonna help you, how do I say that, like push back from like also karma and like backlash. I also feel like the first try won't look pretty then, you know what I mean? It's like you won't be that lucky, something won't be that well, you won't be protected for something will be stolen. You need to practice something to keep yourself protected, to keep yourself guided. This is karma. Learn something. What did you learn today? You learned how to learn. And 12 is also balance. That's also 6-6 like we had in the beginning. 15, the card of the op. You had to learn this morning. So you could have experienced also an epiphany or a certain type of energy that actually showed you who the enemy was. Interesting. And with enemy, I feel like they are in a low vibrational energy. They either try to copycat you, or because it can be, because I'm picking up two things. This can be the copycat that we spoke about, but can also be, what are the things in your morning routine that are bad for you that will eventually lessen your protection, make you go through bad karma. Like they want you to become aware, what are you doing in your routine that's keeping you from being spiritually hygienic? That's what I'm just getting. Clarify with afternoon, what did we have to learn? Thank you. We learned that what we were learning, that what we were repeating, because this is a repetition card, and 12 is also on the right path, that it wasn't that fruitful. So there was something that we were repeating, a certain type of pattern in the morning, or you weren't doing it, and it was actually not that fruitful at all, and it was blocking you from flying high. 16 again, raising your vibration to the 33. So this is also the reason why you don't feel, for an example, powered up. Yeah, Helena, intuition. So it's like, this is also the reason why you didn't feel energetic enough to go to work. You didn't feel like mingling with other people. It's because you have been protecting yourself poorly, and it's usually because of how you wake up, your wake up routine before you leave the house. Do you pray? But do you like praise over yourself? Do you speak protective words when you wake up? Do you protect yourself with certain herbs or oils? Do you do a cleanse in the morning? What is your ritual? Do you meditate? All of those things, they seal your aura, your magnetic aura, your auric field, okay? And the moment something comes through your magnetic field, it also enters your heart chakra and your heart space. So it's important that when you stay on route, actually, with spiritual upkeep of hygiene, you protect yourself. So this was keeping you from finishing a project, being happy about something new, doing something new, because you kind of, because roots are beneath the house. So you drop down into a certain type of guard or energy. You could have been extra chatty, oversharing. You could have been like talking out loud. And those are ways to release energy, right? But in this case, it wasn't a positive release. It was more so of a, for example, nagging, or how do I say that? Because it's like wasting your voice. You know what I mean? It's like you're spilling energy. So you're spilling energy from your throat chakra. So somebody was pulling on your throat chakra. That's not what I'm getting. Because it's very close into the ground. It's muddy, and then it's up. And it's like holes. Like openings. Ooh, somebody could have been trying to do roots on you to create an opening in your ancestral, I heard in your ancestral wall. And then I heard line of protection. Wow. So this means that your morning routine is very crucial. And that's why you need silence in the morning. So I think that's it. Yeah, overstimulate is now the word I'm getting. So the things that you do in the morning actually overstimulate your body. And if your body is too overstimulated, it can spiritually protect you when you step out of the house and get in contact with low vibrational energies like this. Interesting. And that's also what keeps you from flying high, or also being grateful. This is also a gratitude card. It's giving gratitude. I'm noticing I'm crossing my hand over my chest, so I closed my heart. When I said silence in the morning, that piece of talking, I just closed my heart. So there is something with silence that you find unnerving, which means that there is a part of yourself that you find unnerving and you don't know how to deal with it. Because silence is important and it's healing for our soul. Just like you have this practice, it's very funny and actually nice. Sometimes I also practice it. It's when you don't talk for actually a week or more. Silence practice. And yeah, it really awakens you to your ego and how we are conditioned to just constantly speak on things that are unnecessary. Not speak unless, I don't speak unless you're spoken to, but I only speak when it's wisdom that I preach, you know, instead of something ignorant. Like bad commentary or a stupid joke or a remark that's unnecessary, or because it actually all leads back to very small bad habits of your ego and ways that you feel inadequate that show up, that make you feel like if you fill up the space like that, you are more satisfied with yourself. But that's like a very deep layer that you will get eventually if you do the work and if you are honest and willing. It's confrontational for many, and I personally understand greatly, so I don't, how do you say that? I don't judge you for it, but it's interesting to know all the bad sides that you got as a person, you know? That's that balance side, like we talked about with temperance. It's very understanding to, for yourself, to know who you are when you're in a very low vibration, but also when you're in a very high vibration, because it kind of helps you realize that you're on a bigger spectrum than what you're in the moment believing, okay, that you are. And in the evening, saying goodbye to what? What have we learned? Oh, now it came reverse. You see, it's like it's flipped. So we realized that it was a very old pattern or mindset. I'm going to clarify this card in a bit. And now it's 13, from 12, 10 to 13 down. So -1, -1, 16 on the bottom again. You learned with saying goodbye or letting go of certain things, it actually helped you become more protected, and it didn't stagnate your transformation. You realized that with what you did differently when you woke up today. Oh, now I remember, yeah. Because I remember I was also very silent because I noticed I was doing the dishes. There was something I was doing. I was cleaning or something. And I remember my cat, he was like looking at me and he was like thinking like, what's going on, Farah? Like, I've never seen you like this, you know? And I just looked at him and I was like, I know, right? But silence is good, right? Like, it feels so nice. Let's get used to this. And then he was like, okay, whatever. And then he went to sleep. So, I don't know. That was very remarkable. And I just remembered that. So this is also something where somebody who tries to, that copycat in the beginning, they're trying to fog your mind about what you've done or happened or what has happened throughout the day. So you can't reflect back on the spiritual signs that you might have overlooked. So it's very important to, before the day ends, really get together, meditate for a little bit and reflect. You can journal or write, or you can speak about it out loud or think. But it's important to actively work on that. Because whatever you did worked. It helped you say goodbye to a very long cycle or an energy that was with you for a very long time, that constantly attacked you. Yeah, now I'm hearing aggravation again. And I'm hearing aggravation. So I'm going to clarify this old man's card. Spirit said old man's fart. 9 of Swords on the bottom. So this is something that actually kept you up for a long time. I'm not gonna take all that. Okay, we'll just see what it is. Did you see how I asked what this card was and I didn't get an answer? The cards flew there. Okay, I always have to flip it correctly. So, first comes, oh no. First comes this, then comes this. No, you see? Okay, wait. I'm tripping. First comes this one. So you see, somebody's really trying to... Oh, I'm hearing misjudging your character, and then to the point where you mentally forget. There's something about structure in your mind that they're trying to tassel with or play with. They're trying to control your independence and your power through spiritual conflict with that glamour magic, as you can see, making you feel or believe like you're stuck and hung up. So this is the thing. This is very interesting. We start with the 5 of Wands. We see the 2. 5 minus 2 is what? 3 of Wands. So this 12, 4 times 3. This is somebody who is getting help from their ancestors or asking help from their ancestors to do roots on you. So this is somebody who is asking family members or is working with family members against you to put roots on you, to put herbs on you, to glamour you through root work, okay? And 4 times, they do it 4 times as strong. They try to do it 4 times. You need to figure out what it is for yourself. They do it 4 times, or they do it with the help of their ancestors. Those 3 of Wands are one big trunk, and they try to get you hung up by glamoring you and making you believe it's gonna take 3 times longer, as you already feel in your gut that what's coming your way is coming your way. So for an example, your boss told you in 5 weeks you're gonna get a promotion. This magic will tell you that in 18 weeks you're gonna get a promotion. So don't count on it. Eventually, to the point where you let go and you spiritually literally give away your promotion. And that they do that so they trick you into walking away and believing that you actually love yourself. Because if they can make you look differently at yourself, let you misjudge your own character, you will not love yourself the way that you actually do. Oh, that's so mean. These people are really mean. They're wicked. They're actually wicked. Like, they're actually wicked. Also, think about how deep they have been digging or thinking, how hard they have been thinking and how long they've been thinking to try and figure out what they could do to still hit you or hit you where it hurts. These people are obsessed with you. And let me just tell you one thing, Watcher. If people are this obsessed with you, believe me, you are not nobody. You are not a nobody, and you need to live by it. You need to live by the fact that you're a nobody. You need to get all your goals in check and tell these motherfuckers by doing everything and believing everything that this magic is trying to tell you or make you believe that you shouldn't be doing. Because Wands is also, it's not only energy, Wands is also inspiration, it's passion, it's plans, it's ideas, it's manifestations, it's the thought or the feeling manifested into an achievable action or an achievable plan, right? So they're trying to kind of, they're trying to misalign you or misdirect you in some type of way by making you believe or feel that what you are experiencing sensible wise is not true, so that they can make you misjudge yourself, so that they can make you doubt your intuition, so that they can start hating on your intuition. This is 17 again. No, wait, I apologize. I calculated that wrong. Yeah, wait, it is 17. 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 1 because it's 9 is 17. So this is the star. So this is also somebody who doesn't want you to heal. They want you to walk away from ever healing your own vision again. Yeah, I'm hearing it fixed my, it broke my vision, but it fixed my heart. They don't want you to fix your vision or your heart, because that's what I wanted to say. So this is also somebody who wants just that complete and total physical control of you through doing this. And this card, let's see, because now it moved up here. So now I'm like, okay, Spirit, like, what's your plan? I suddenly notice it, yeah. I don't know if... Sorry, I had to see something. The battery, that's why. Okay, yeah, you see, it's like they want to drain you to the point where your battery just can't be recharged anymore. Like, they want to break your akku, I feel like I'm saying. Like, they want to break your generator, they want to break your engine completely. But this card actually fell on this card on the afternoon, so they realized that you fought it off again. You saw the truth. That's the Ace of Swords with the Five of Swords, because it's Six of Swords. That's the Five of Wands. And of course the Hanged Man. But it's like 5 of Wands plus 1 wand is what? 6. But this with the 2 of Wands, actually to the Swords, is 7 of Swords. That is the lies and the deceit. 1 wand, that's your energy. And 1 sword, that's your truth, your knowledge, your clear ass intuition, your high priestess intuition. Doesn't matter if you're a male or woman, this is energy. Everybody can have a very sharp intuition, regardless of the physical gender or actually sex. So it's like this energy, you saw it coming because you first of all detected it with your sword, you saw it, and then with your magic, your own energy, you switched that shit, you transmuted it through this afternoon. You changed it. You went into a complete different direction as these people wanted you to. Because if you are in the 9 of Swords, they get you in the 9 of Coins. They can control you in the 9 of Coins. Sleeping bad, feeling bad about yourself, feeling weak. They don't want you to get up and do things. They don't want you to go to the gym. They don't want you to eat healthy. They don't want you to follow through with your plans by working on your finances every week. They don't want you to make all of your hours in a week. So they're trying to block those kind of things, right? So especially career and life. They just want you to be in bed and suffer and curl up like a fucking, how do you say that? A pissebed? What's the word in English? A woodlouse. A pill bug. Oprol pissebed, like a pill bug, yeah. They want you to be like a pill bug. Nice, I learned a new word today. Pill bug. I feel like the lightning is going so, like, it reduced extremely, but you can still see it, right? Yeah. They want to reduce your light by doing this, okay? So clarify one more time, what's this card that we walked away from, please? Because this just tells me and it shows me, yeah, from the root work. Their shit is not working. 10 of Swords. They ended themselves. They killed themselves. So, I don't know about y'all. All the energy backfired onto them. Because you kept working and, like, I feel like saying redefining your skill. You kept continuing, trying, putting an effort in learning. That's what you learned. You understand that you are open to learning and you are completely different than this energy that you feel others are projecting onto you. You now know how to, I feel like I want to say, you are now aware of who you are and who other people are. In your energy, in your blueprint, you can now sense it. This is my energy. This is not my energy. This is my energy. This is what they sent me. This is what this person sent to me. This is what that person sent to me. And you know, this reminds me of something because today I was in the store and I was just doing my thing and there was this one woman. Her spirit was so nasty and then her fucking ass followed me through the store until I put out such a strong prayer. I said it out loud and I just... Oh, you see? Wait. Okay, whatever. We fixed it. Kind of, temporarily. I have to recharge the light. So, because I actually immediately tested it today. So what I wanted to actually share was this woman was like following me. And when I said this prayer to cleanse her energy off of me and all the negative vibes. And I literally asked for my orishas. And those are, I feel like I want to say protective spirits from the voodoo and hoodoo wisdom, because I don't want to say something incorrect because it's very specific. Yeah, they're saying good. So I know what I'm saying, But I literally cleansed them. I cleansed my energy in that moment with the help of the Orishas, and that energy was gone, and that woman didn't follow me through anymore. And yeah, I don't know. It was confirmation for me just now. And yeah, now I smell it. I smell the fucking voodoo. Like, I know when somebody has been... I can smell when somebody's under attack of black magic. I don't know, like, it's just a certain type of smell. It's just black magic smell. It's like a certain type of sour onion bitterness. It's really musky, musty. It's really bad. And guys, this is so fucking crazy. I don't even know, I recorded for like another half an hour or 45 minutes. And after that whole fucking voodoo stuff with that woman, I just didn't record at all. Like, it just, my screen just turned off. And now suddenly my storage is full. Like, these people can really eat my ass, honestly. You can eat my ass because you're all full of shit. I hope everybody who does voodoo in the world, somebody innocent, I hope your fingers start to rot while you're alive in your body. Because the shit that I just channeled, y'all have no fucking clue. Like, it was so... Oh my god. It was crazy. It was crazy, of course. Like, of course. Because we had the 8 of coins on it. And then we had the 10 of swords on the bottom. Ah, motherfuckers. And now it's like they're trying to make me forget what I channeled so I can't finish my reading. So then the message that I'm supposed to put out is not getting out. So I cannot help you become more aware. Because if I help like 50 people in the world become more aware, it's going to be like 1,000 people that's going to become more aware after I help these 50 people. And that's exactly how the devil works. But you know what? I'm stronger than the devil and he can eat my fucking pussy. And he can eat my toes, lick my asshole. I swear to God, I'm doing very vulgar right now because I am so fucking tired of these wicked ass, rotting, pussy dick smelling people who pray to the devil and Satan because they want to suck his dick off, his dead ass cock, every fucking day. They want to make that shit work for them. I bet I'm gonna make this shit work for me, bitch. You ain't getting me, bitch. Think they slick. I ain't cursing nobody. I ain't cursing nobody. Nobody. Exactly. Where's my phone? Ah, okay, wait. Because the light didn't work. They want to turn off the light. The video. I told y'all they've been blocking me. Now you see it yourself. Now you see it. You're like, that ain't no confidence. That ain't no coincidence, I mean. No, that ain't no confidence. If you think I'm not confident, why the fuck are you on my channel? Little bitch ass. I dare you to do the same that I do, bitch. Calling me a bitch and all because I call out your grumpy ass. Dumb shit. Half of the time when you narrate something like that, it's literally their spirit speaking through you so you know what the fuck these people are saying about you. I live on a different, I'm from a different level. I don't have to say that 20,000 million times. I will say it once or twice every now and then. I'm on a different level. We can't compete, darling. Because I'm already clocked in as the teacher. You're the little student kid coming into class. Hi! With your finger in your nose. Eating your fucking, how do you say that? Your snot. Eating your booger. Saying, oh, can somebody help me? I need to go to the bathroom. I need somebody to pull my pants. I need somebody to pull my pants to hold my hands. Just like the devil. The devil's like that too. With God. Oh my God, Daddy. God's like, sinner! Go back to hell where you belong. You see how wicked they are? Because now I'm getting this fake dumb story that the reason why the devil was a sinner is because his mother was a Jezebel whore. And you see, like, there's probably a story about Lucifer not actually being God's son, but it was like a bastard child. I read it once somewhere. People make up everything that they want to just be heard and seen, you know. They're crazy. That's why I said very thin line between delusion and reality. I hereby give the Orishas full permission to escort these unwanted visitors out and to punish them until eternity and beyond. May they understand that wreaking havoc in our space is not appreciated. May all chaos be sent back tenfold. Ashe. Thank you. So, I pulled angels. Angel cards. What are the lessons that we learned for today? Okay, so I'm just gonna make it short. Means Spirit was like, Fire, you're talking too much. Wrap that shit up. So first, I want to show y'all something else. Because we had the 8 of coins on this man. What does it mean? You learned about learning. Because I started to explain about this woman doing, like, giving me black magic vibes in the store. And when I said this prayer, this woman moved out of the way and she was nowhere to be found. Okay? She literally, like, she was just gone. The energy was just gone. So it's also like you learning how to protect yourself when you wake up, go outside. The words of protection that you speak over yourself, your clothes, your face, that what you speak on when you just wake up out of bed, it helps you be protected, okay? But what you actually learned is you learned that what you did today, but I'll still talk about it though. That what you learned today is crucial for your future, because it was a lesson that you kept repeating for a long time. It was difficult for you to learn what exactly you should have given into and what you shouldn't, right? Like, where do you invest your energy and where won't you? Interesting. Now I can't find that card. That's very interesting. So this is how they're really trying to block your mind. There's somebody just doing root work on me or on you. I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't care. Because as long as I wake up, I eat, I got money, I got love, I got luxury. Believe me, baby. I got fun things going on. I got happiness. I got health. I got family members that are alive. Okay? Yes, that was to rub it in. I'm good, Sade. And these people don't. That's why they send all that evil back to others. Anyway, this afternoon, you started to realize and become also aware of how you were holding on to this type of thank you. To this type of energy, because I have to put the cards, because I already cleaned the whole reading. I literally finished the whole reading when I turned off, and then I saw, oh wait, I didn't even fucking record. So now I do. Okay, great. Perfect. We need all of this again. Because you can't stop me. I hope y'all who are watching me that suffer and go through the same things, or you, well, because you don't suffer, but that go through the same things, just take this as a reminder. Don't let this stuff keep you down. You better remember and better work your memory by going back into the formation of your spread, and you better make that video. You better finish that video. You better finish that project. I don't care. Even if it's if you put it in a draft, you better open that draft up again and do it, because the devil, your enemies, your ops, they don't want you to. They want you to forget, be bygones, be bygones. That's exactly the energy in the beginning that we spoke about. They don't want you to fulfill your actions. They don't want you to work on your projects. They don't want me to put this reading out, because they know that what I do, what I put out, because I'm putting it in objective context, what I put out is going to help so many people. I help one person, that person helps 10 people more. Those 10 people help other 10 people. That's already 100 people. That's how the domino effect of positive energy works, just like negative energy. And that's why you should never let negative energy take over, okay? Doesn't matter what you do, what you go through, even if it's the worst of the worst that you're going through in the moment, don't let it define your narrative like they want you to. It's like some real fucked up dead animal sacrifice bullshit, roots bullshit going on, bro. These people crazy. And you know what? It's best to not even go deep into details because it's just gonna dirty our energy. Just like I spoke about with that woman and that store, what happened today. I smelled such a nasty, musky, dirty, sour onion having ass. How do I say that smell? I think I recorded for another hour because it's already an hour further. That's crazy. That's crazy. So these people want to take hours. They want to take your time. They want to rob you of your time. They want your work to be for nothing. And that's what you learned today, that's not going to happen anymore. You figured out who the enemy is, in what way the enemy shows up, and you fought against it, and you are fighting against it. And what you learned is that they can't end things anymore, because this was the card on the bottom before I shuffled the deck and had these cards coming up after I removed it. And I'm gonna go there in a sec, because they don't want you to see into the future. They don't want your intuition to see what people are sending to you. They don't want you to see the spiritual warfare that you're being placed in, or that's being directed towards you at your station in the world, right? Because we had an earth angel, earth stations, okay? Think wisely now. And I also said something about when I was shuffling these cards of these angels, something came out because I misspoke, and I said, because while I was shuffling, let me rephrase. While I was shuffling these angel cards and angel messages, I'm going to take this card back and finish that up. A lot of different angels showed themselves. So I was like, if you want to fall out, fall out. Don't let me pull the card out. Just fall out. I'm not going to wait around for you to take your spot or claim it when you just need to take it when the moment is there. And then their cards started falling out. Uziel came out, Yabamia came out. And then I said, you see, there are a lot more aliens around you than you actually think, because I want to say there are a lot more angels around you than you actually believe. Yabamia speaks about the magic. It's a 72 folded name. The Shempa Fohash is this angel's name, and it's first verse in the Bible. It's actually named after the first verse in the Bible, and this angel teaches magic, okay? So it's also, you are surrounded by not only angels, you're also surrounded by like alien forces, like intergalactic energies, okay? That means that's consciousness and information and vibrations from a very high level, a very high dimension, something outer worldly, right? And that also came back to this card, because with Uziel, the lesson, and that's also that these people don't want you to see that. They want you to make an end to it. Make an end to yourself. Swords is also making an end to your own mind. They want you to turn against your own psyche, against your own conscience, okay? So you make an end to your consciousness, okay? So these are Agent Smiths, for those who fuck with the Matrix. And I feel like I need to be very articulate right now, because I feel that their energy is trying to force an atmosphere where they pressure me to stay silent. They want to affect my throat chakra, something that we already saw coming up with these cards. Anyway, they don't want you to become aware that they're the ones trying to make an end to you by controlling you and blocking you, like we saw before with the Strength and the Nine of Coins. They do one offer, a Ace of Coins, that's also root work. It's with the coins, just like with the wands is the candle magic. The Ace of Coins is root work. These people do hoodoo on you. They do voodoo on you. They have a voodoo doll of you, or they do something with those energies to try and trick you. They use their ancestors or work with their ancestors to block you, but you're fighting against it, because every morning since a few days you've woken up and you changed your routine, okay? That's what you've learned today, and it's very important that you understand why, because this was also the funky thing that we saw on the bottom. When I pulled out these angel cards for advice for every day, what's Michael's advice for this morning? What's Uziel's advice for this afternoon? The lesson, advice of the lesson. What is Yabamia's lesson for this evening? On the bottom was Jadiel, and number 16 of this oracle deck, I forgot the name, I apologize. But this is 15 and 16. The one number is missing, and that's actually the ace, but it's also the magician in tarot. And that's also with Yabamia's card. it's like the missing piece, and it's you being the magician, you being the alchemist in your life. You're transforming your energy and everything you've gone through, or what's happening to you, or what people are sending to you, by walking away from being in an energetic state that makes all that magic work, or lets these people let these people affect you, that block your work, that block your ideas. It's something that you're blocking out. So then I read these cards intuitively, right? Like, what's the lesson? And then later on I read what's on in the booklet about these cards, the fitting narrative, or actually definition of these cards. Actually, I want to hold it like this, because this is 2, this is 16, this is 6. So this is actually 1, no, this is 2, 7, 6. 2, 7, 6. 11 plus 2 is 13, the death. So they're trying to block you from transforming, going through an actual very big transformation, okay, that uses your mind, your body, and your soul. 3 deck of cards. This is somebody who doesn't want you to complete or evolve or reach an ascension, okay? That's why they do all this magic on you. They don't want you to go into this next chapter of your life. So your advice is to do everything that you feel like you don't want to do. If you suddenly feel sluggish, okay, this is how this magic works. You wake up, you planned for the whole week to go to the gym on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday, 3 o'clock, you go to the gym. You tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym. You pump yourself up. It's your weekly routine. You're going to start. Tuesday, you already went at 6 or something. And Saturday, you go at 3. You have energy to go to the gym the whole week. But when Saturday comes, literally around 1 p.m., 2 p.m., you suddenly feel sluggish, tired, lazy. You say to yourself, I don't know if I wanted to go to the gym. I'm hungry. No, I'm tired. You feel like drowsy, like you want to go to sleep. That's that magic, because that's the glamour magic. That's how they change the atmosphere. They use elemental spirits to send out false signals of energy to your surroundings, so your senses pick up misinformation, so you can turn on yourself by misaligning and misguiding your intuition, by believing the wrong things about who you are, what you need to do. That's the same thing with setting a diet. You have been eating properly the whole week. You're about to do groceries again. You said, I'm gonna cut out sugar. What do you do when you're in the shop or in the store? You see candy that you have been wanting for actually 3 weeks now. Before you told yourself, I'm gonna cut out sugar, you feel this urge to buy it, and you suddenly do. You eat the candy at home and you're like, oh shit, I went over my boundary, because that's what it is. These people want to break your boundaries and your own rules that you live by. Because if you live by your rules, you will transform and ascend and stay in contact with a higher level of consciousness and get whatever you want in this life. So these people want you to cross yourself and cross your own boundaries, so you won't. That's how they do that shit, okay? It's really important y'all know, because I'm getting a little bit more passionate now with explaining this, because I am tired and I want to close out this reading. So that's what they do. They steal your time. And actually, I'm not tired, but I got better shit to do than repeating the same thing. But clearly it's necessary. So you know what? Let's sit for it, because, hey, I'm already here doing it again. That's what they don't want you to do. They want you to feel like repetition is something you have to resist. Okay, but they know it's because they know repetition helps you learn. So they want you to fight against your own will. Your will is telling you to do something because your intuition tells your will it's what you need to do to grow and to become better. So what do? You fight your own will. Why? Because these people have falsely told yourself you should, to control you. Anyway, how I intuitively read these cards. Lesson for this morning. You see that you have to cloak yourself. He's protecting his left arm, protecting your crown chakra. You have to cloak yourself. So sleeping with something on your head, or closing your crown chakra, wearing a hat or a beanie or whatever. While you sleep as well, it can be a scarf for the females, or anybody with a bonnet or with a do-rag for the males. Because if you're still connected in your mind with, oh, women cannot, or male cannot wear scarves, whatever. I just say it so you find your own thing in it, your own, how do you say that? Find what fits, bitch. Like, that's what I have to say. Sorry for the cursing. It's not personal like that. So then you have the sword. And that stands on the right hand. It also stands for defending yourself. It stands for truth and intellect, but also clarity. But it tells me, because you're going outside every morning, every time you go out, before you go outside, you have to protect yourself. You have to put on your armor, because you can see the scales are tipped. The world is in an unbalanced place. The world is in an unbalanced state, okay? So you have to understand and accept the truth behind it. And the truth is, there is constant spiritual warfare. So you need to buckle up every time you go outside. Protect yourself through meditation, cleansing, whatever ritual you need or whatever you do. Speaking mantras, speaking out affirmations, washing your feet, wearing a certain oil, burning certain herbs, reading a psalm in the Bible or a verse, whatever it is that you do, or in the Quran, pray, you know, whatever it is that you do, you need to continue to do so, because it's helping you protect yourself when you go outside and you understand and see you are not of this world. People are not of this world. You have to understand who to give, how to give, what to give, to what extent, learning how to find that balance into giving what you're capable of giving and giving what you're incapable of giving. So when to say no, when to say yes, how much time am I going to give to this person, or how much of my project am I willing to share. This also comes back what I'm seeing, or actually hearing and feeling in the beginning of the reading, speaking about details, keeping it short, keeping the conversation short, holding on to your boundaries of your times, you know, like your project timing or whatever. Understanding that you're also protected because you're still in a shell, even when you don't have, when you understand you can walk on a softer life because he's wearing sandals instead of boots on the clouds. So be also protective and how do you say that? More wary of thoughts, certain thoughts that aren't yours. And when you feel, when your emotions or in emotional energy, understand you're protected from the outside world. You're protected from outside people's emotions. That's also something you might have learned today, that you are protected from other people's energy. And that's why you can become more sensitive. You can open up more because you're protected, okay? Then with Yabamia, it's giving me, because I also saw all the elements. This is air, this is water, this is earth. Yabamia is teaching us how to balance and use that wisdom that we learned with the knowledge and the emotions that we've been through today to grow something new out of it, to flourish, to, I feel like I want to say, build a new tree of life. So for you, that might stand for, with the 11, a completely new phase, coming off of a project or a collaboration with somebody, or something within your own department or your own wing when you're an LLC or a business owner or an entrepreneur. Something completely new for yourself that's actually also helping you. It's beautiful actually, because we got the yellow here. First we have the red on the shoulder. So your heart chakra needs to understand that yes, your heart chakra will be attacked in this world because of the highest vibration that you hold on to. Your heart chakra is not of this place. Many people don't have an open heart chakra or have as much love to give as you do. Unconditional, natural, and pure love, okay? So you have to protect yourself, especially your heart and your magnetic field when you go outside. And then we turn completely blue. Blue is, this is also not just blue, because you have indigo blue and you have, it's not violet. No, you have this type of blue. Not indigo. Indigo is darker. The other side of blue. What's that? What's the word? I'm Googling something and it's not giving me what I Google. Oh, that's just blue. Okay. And this is a throat chakra as well. Sorry, this is throat chakra. So you can speak with more empathy. You can speak with more protection. You can speak more sensitive over people or over yourself, or give to people in a better way, or the way that you speak a certain prayer, let it come from love. But what I really got with this blue is you see and feel very clear. Your intuition is very, very, very clear, okay? So you should not doubt yourself, because you can sense immediately what's going on around you, from who it's coming, what they're actually saying, even when you haven't even heard their words or you haven't even looked them in the eyes to kind of figure out what's hidden in them. You know what's happening. And then later it turns a little bit greenish because of the yellow, and the yellow stands for the free will, the willpower. This is the sun element, okay? The strength, the willpower, sheer willpower I'm hearing that's coming through, and it's making that clarity more green. And that's also how you protect your heart chakra again, because green is the color of the heart chakra. So because of your willpower, choosing to be kinder, to be sensitive, to be more open-minded, that is the alchemy, because you choose to be different. That's why I think you wanted me to redo this, because this is not what I read the first time. So that's also shows you, every time you think something isn't coming in anymore, this, I love that saying since like a very short time, since recent actually, delayed, not denied. That something is not happening, it's not because it's never going to happen. It's not happening right now because there's something else that needs to happen first. So even if you repeat something, even if you have to redo something completely, it's because the path that you will take the second time is gonna bring you to a point that you would never even come through with the first time around. And that's why repetition is so important, because that's how you develop skill. You carve your path, Spirit is showing me. Sometimes you carve out of the line and it doesn't matter, because you continue to carve and you understand that there is not more than an image but a way that's being created, and a shape is forming because of that carving, okay? And that shape is the mold of your life. It's the mold of your path. And I think that's very important in this context, because like I also said before, is we have 13111. I'm picking out the 1111 from this, with the mind, body, and the soul. Switch the numbers, take it as you go. But it's because the difference with you and all these people going against you is you choose to be kind. Okay, you choose to be loving, you choose to be sensitive, you choose to speak loving words, to be different, to protect yourself. You choose to praise the world and others around you, not the other way around. These people don't do that. That's why they're wicked. Wicked, man. They're wicked. Okay, now I want to read these cards as a lesson, and then I'm going to really close it out. Because, yeah, it's better that the other stuff is not mentioned. It's better. Because it was all, it was just extra, but it wasn't, it was extra, it wasn't actual. Okay, so let me keep it at that. Michael, what you learn about this morning is you will never be tested more than your own strength. You will never experience something that you cannot handle or overcome. Like, you will always receive the proper weapons for the battle that you will be put in, okay? I cannot even say it more or less. Uziel. I can't say it better. It's just repeating. Repetition, repetition, repetition. But also the silence. You can take the silence. That's what the day showed you. You can take the quiet. You can take the easy road. You can take the change. Okay? Because it showed you today that it handed out better. It worked out better. Uziel. Lesson, every man and every woman is a star. Exactly. This is giving me the energy, and I'm going to repeat it now this time around again. Before I did this reading, I came up with this message that spoke of hierarchy exists, but ultimate hierarchy doesn't. One is never better than the other, but there is always one better than another. I'm gonna write that shit down. Spirit, preach. Angels, preach. Okay, so this also speaks on knowing how to share your energy. You know that you're not better than somebody else. And it also reminds me of that saying, I am the first is the last and the last is the first. It's like the position is not what matters, but how they handle that position, what you do with that position is what decides your position. And that's why there is this hierarchy, but it's more so telling me that you finally understand your differences opposed to others. We are all unique, but you are unique because of this. You know what I mean? They are unique because of that. And that and this are not the same, and they will never be. And that's why you will be treated differently, because you're differently unique than somebody else. This person can get this, and that person can get something else. This also teaches you about the places that people take in your life, what do they deserve to get from you or out of you? That's what helped you discern. Also this afternoon, what kind of energy deserves for you to fight back, to speak on, to be kind, and what energy doesn't? What people deserve your attention and which people doesn't, or what type of character doesn't? You know, you became aware of that. Then with Yabamiya, number 11. Lesson, one step at a time and one direction will take you to your goal. This is giving me strongly understand the silence, because the silence helps the seeds grow. The silence will help the seed grow. If you take your time, you understand the network you're building. If you take your time on the stairs that you're walking on, you not only save energy, you use it willfully and potently every time. And you also, I feel like I want to say, corridor a little bit for yourself for the future. So it's also protection. And I think that's something that you have to learn from all of these elements today. Air, water, and earth. You had to learn through your mind and your emotions to ground so you could start something new, start something fresh. And that was that magician energy. From 15 to 16 is the one. It's I feel like I want to say the ace, but yeah, it's the ace. It's the one. It's the magician. So you're learning how alchemy is teaching you to change from these elements. Feeling stuck or like you can't handle something, feeling like your heart chakra is blocked, but then learning that you're protected anyhow, and that you decide who you're interacting with, what transactions you get back. You know, that's what's teaching you how far you need to go, how much you need to grow, and how much you can already take. So, okay, yeah, thank you for watching this reading. I appreciate it. I'm going to close out this reading. I'm closing out already. I'm so tired. Like, I'm not even tired. This is different tired. I'm not actually tired. Yes, exactly. I've hit my preserves for today. Well, for now. I want to do my own stuff again and then later maybe come back. So thank you all for watching. I hope it was wise. I hope you could do something with this energy, and I hope it helps you reflect on that what you need to know or still need to become aware of soon or later. It's all going to sink, I feel like I want to say. It's going to sink in while you sleep. Now my cards, the angels don't want to go back. So the angels don't want you to go back. The angels don't want to get into my deck box. The angels don't want you to go back to something. They really don't want you to go back to a certain mindset or a lifestyle, a bad habit, believing that the world is so bad, because that's also a possibility. Yes, we live in spiritual warfare, but only if you engage in battle. You know what I mean? So it's as literal as you make it and as you decide it to be. Nobody or nothing else. Especially when you move from free will. Yeah, these people, you need to cleanse yourself, collective. There are people doing crazy magic on you, man. Crazy magic. But you know what? We crazier. See ya.